So listen, quiet. You know what I mean. Start. And start. Nope. All right. Almost ready here, boys. Hey, welcome to the Sports Reverends podcast. My name is Dan. I'm joined with my co-host, Drew Martin, and we are ready for another great podcast. We're back. We took a little time off. Sports Reverends, how you doing? With our man of analytics who brings the encyclopedic level of sports knowledge, the coach, my big bro. How you doing, coach? You are moving. Tell us a little bit about your move. When are you coming here? How we start the show. Let's get into some Sports Reverends quick hitter news. You ready, Sports Rev Drew? Yeah. All right. First things first, Champions League final. That's soccer. For anyone out there that doesn't know, it's soccer. Yeah. Chelsea versus Man City in the Champions League final. It's going to be a good one. Kentucky Derby champion Medina Spirit faces disqualification for juicing their juicing horses. Rory McIlroy wins the Wells Fargo Championship. Pretty good. BC, British Columbia, hasn't approved the Seagull's return to playing hockey. And with that being said, before we go anywhere else, let's hear a word from our sponsorships. And we got a new sponsor that are with us for this cool podcast. Because you're tuning in today, special discount code. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about Live Sweat Equity. Live Sweat Equity is all about living the growth. Their company not only sells products to your door, but they also offer you the opportunity to live the growth. They're a Canadian-based brand that is one of the first companies to combine sales with collaborative efforts in the country. Sweat Equity is not just a typical company that sells products. We offer the ability to achieve your own sweat equity. It costs nothing to be a part of our company. Our revenue grows, so does yours. equity and become part of our family with our LSE Elite Brand Partner and LSE Brand Ambassador programs. Even if you go right now and follow them on Instagram, you will be eligible to win some free merch. And like I said, because you're tuning in today, because you're following the Sports Reverends, you get an exclusive discount code to the entire LiveSweatEquity.com. And that code is Sports Reverends. You enter that at checkout. It's capital S, P-O-R-T-S, capital R-E-V-E-R-E-N-D-S. Enter that at checkout. If you miss that discount, it's okay. You can go to our website, sportsreverends.com, click on our sponsor page, it has everything laid out for you, including that discount code. So check that out. Yeah. All right. You guys ready to talk some sports? Let's do it, guys. Right before we get into this first topic, I wanted to preempt like this. The last few days, the last few weeks, I guess, I've been reminiscing about Kobe, reminiscing about the Raptors and how they suck now, and they've been actively tanking, and I've just been in my feelings about it. And you guys can call me soft, that's okay. I've been feeling soft about it all. And, I usually don't take joy in the demise of my friends or the hurts of my friends. But I got the news of Aaron Rodgers does not want to stay as the Green Bay Packers quarterback. And all I could do was smile. All I could do is say, hey, Drew. Hey, Sports Rev Drew. I've been in my feelings, and now you get to join me. What do you think? What do you think of this whole situation? Maybe you want to break it down to all the knowledge about it. Maybe it's self-visible. What do you think? Coach, can you go for a second? I'm just adjusting the sound. Coach, can you go for a second? I'm just adjusting the sound. I think sound is not coming through for Coach here either. What is going on here, boys? All right. So I got my sound. I got sound for Drew. It's a bit quiet. All right, hold on here, boys. Hold on. Let's just pause for a sec. We got major.
Everything you're saying is echoing.
Yeah, okay. Hold on. We got Joel's not even coming through. Can you guys hear me?
Yep. Now you're not echoing.
Okay, Joel's not coming through at all.
You can hear me now? I can hear Joel.
I know, but he's not coming through the stream here. Keep talking for a sec, Joel.
Look at you getting all flustered by having some guy listen in full time.
Keep talking, Joel.
Can you hear me?
No.
The best team in football.
No, Coach is still not coming through the stream. All right, we got the echo settled.
Let me faithful here. See if that'll help you.
Well, it should be coming through. I think it's the stream end that it's not coming through here. Let me just check. Oops.
Do we start again?
We probably should. All right, hold on here. Hold on.
Can you hear me better or worse now?
Hold on, folks. I'm just going to transition back to our page.
That was a nice soliloquy though, Drew. I liked it. I can't repeat all of that.
That's fine. We'll just do a abridged. Okay. Keep talking, Joel.
How's this sounding? Can you hear me now?
Keep talking. You're
I
not.
want to move back to Winnipeg already. I
Ah.
don't want to catch COVID. How is this sounding still? Bad? Worse?
No, it's just not coming through for some reason. You're not coming through.
I don't know what to do. But Drew can hear me though.
I can hear you too.
Okay.
You're just not coming through the stream.
So that's
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's test this one more time. Keep talking, Joel.
okay. Still testing this. I'm tired of working. I want to go retire already. Definitely not going to be gaming if this takes too long. Gotta iron my clothes. Technical difficulties.
Still nothing. No. Is my mic coming through? Let's see.
What if you just stop this?
Okay. Let's see if this works again.
So we're podcasting tomorrow? What?
I can't tomorrow.
Why? What are you doing?
I have a meeting after Bible study.
Thanks. Oh, tomorrow's Tuesday. That's right.
What is happening?
Pineapple bubbly.
There we go.
Ooh. Should email them and get them to sponsor us too.
All right. Let's see.
Meeting after Bible study.
Okay. Can you talk, Joel?
Oh, can you hear me now, Daniel? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wait. Stop.
That's as high as I can count.
Stop for a sec. Because we're a little bit delayed.
What is happening? Pineapple bubbly. There we go.
I hear Drew.
Should email them and get them to
There we go. Joel's coming through. Okay. Make sure you guys just speak up a little bit, all right? Okay. We're rolling a little bit here. Okay. All right. Round 2. Okay. Just speak up. Everyone else Joel and Drew, you guys are faint for some reason, but you'll just have to speak up. But the rest of our listeners, they'll adjust. They'll be okay. Okay. Let's start this again, boys. We'll start quick hitters. Right, Drew? I guess we should just start from the beginning. Welcome to the Sports Reverends podcast. We apologize for any technical difficulties. Now that we're live, yeah, I know I'm not a very good tech guy despite the color of my skin, but that's okay. Everybody loves everybody, all right? Sports Reverend podcast. I am Dan. I'm joined with my co-host Drew Martin. How you doing, Drew?
Great.
Drew's great. He's golfed. Below is my brother, or I guess to my right, he's my brother. We call him the coach. He's our semi-analytics guy. We just kind of bring him along because he's funny. The way we start is with some quick hitter news. So let's get into it. The first things first. Champions League final. Chelsea versus Man City. That's soccer for anyone who doesn't know what that is. It's soccer, yeah.
Beautiful game, baby.
Albert Pujols was designated for assignment by the Angels, most likely the end of a great Hall of Fame career.
Kentucky Derby champ Medina Spirit faces disqualification.
Canelo Alvarez wins unification bout versus Billy Joe Saunders via TKO.
Rory McIlroy wins the Wells Fargo Championship.
And DK Metcalf runs a 10.37 at USATF Golden Games.
BC still has not approved the CFL's return to play policy yet. Before we jump into any commercials or anything like that, let's just get right into it. Let's talk some Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, we were just talking about it, how I've been in my feelings, and I don't like to take joy in my friends' feelings being hurt. But in this case, at least I get to take some joy in him feeling a little bit hurt with me because he's a huge Green Bay Packers fan. And basically, Drew, do you want to just give the rundown of what's happening with Aaron Rodgers? And then...
No, I don't.
And then just talk about... And then we'll talk about what's some situations. Just give the rundown of the situation.
Well, we're not sure what's going on with the Packers. We're not sure what's going to happen with Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't want to play anymore. He wants to be the host of Jeopardy and ride off into the sunset, probably. I don't know. But it would be nice for him to have a team that actually wanted to listen to him and get him some secondary options receiving-wise.
That's right.
Hasn't really had any his whole career. It's been sort of a one-man show. You know where the ball's going to. Jordan Love, I don't. He might be good. I don't know. Like he wasn't projected to be a first-round pick, and they traded up to get him. No idea why. Had a great trade offer from the 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo, their first-round pick, and 4 other picks should have taken it.
That's wild. That's absolutely wild.
It's such a big package for Aaron Rodgers, who is 35 or 36. Thought they should have taken that and didn't. I don't know who else would be interested in trading for him. So I don't know. I don't know what else to really say about it.
So the Packers are trying to fix this relationship, and they've kind of done a lot already. They have offered Aaron Rodgers the most guaranteed money for the next little while in an extension. Aaron Rodgers said no. They're talking about, trying to make him feel special once again. But this relationship's kind of, I think it's kind of broken for good. I think we've all had exes in our lives, and it's like if you've ever tried to win back an ex, like you buy them flowers, you wine and dine them as best as possible. But it comes to a point where it's toast. And I think...
Like, the Packers' cap situation is horrendous. If they're going to trade him or do anything, it's going to be post-June 1st when the cap hit is minimized and they can spread out the rest of it. So nothing's happening until after June 1st. Drew, your original soliloquy was beautiful. It was absolutely correct. They should have traded him to the Niners.
Yes.
Very drafted. Because...
There's some bias there. Oh, yeah.
You're getting 5 picks plus a quarterback who can help you right away. Right? And
could have drafted that tight end too, right?
Yeah. My guess is they would have taken that 3rd pick, this all centers around if they believe Jordan Love is ready or not. Last year, no preseason, probably didn't get a ton of reps with Rodgers on the field. This year it's already a giant mess, so the kid is probably just all over the place. Like, I can't imagine going to work and my boss or the guy I'm supposed to be being taught by just hates me. I'm not sure, I wouldn't say hate, but like it's not a great working relationship, I would imagine. And kind of like how Garoppolo is now at the Niners, right? Not nearly as bad of a situation because he's got help, but
It's a completely different situation.
no,
Yeah.
they just drafted his replacement.
Yeah, but Garoppolo is nowhere near Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, in terms of quality, yeah, but it's still the same situation. They drafted his replacement.
It's different because they let Garoppolo know prior to drafting a quarterback. They kind of had that respect. There was no.
That's different, but they still drafted his replacement. That's what happened.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is that Garoppolo can't really get the job done because he can't stay healthy.
Well, that's beside the point. They still drafted his replacement. It's the exact same thing.
But that's different because he sucks compared to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, talent-wise is different, but the situation's exactly the same.
It's not, because if you aren't good and they draft someone, they let you know that they're drafting someone. That's a reason for that, right? Aaron Rodgers do you guys remember the name of the Packers GM here? I can't even pronounce it.
I know his name, I just can't say his last name. There's no way.
Something Kunst, whatever. Okay, they're basically relating him to Jerry Krause of when he is the manager of Michael Jordan and the Bulls during that time, where he mistreated so many things, and kind of made it about himself. So
You've seen the Packers do this before, though. They drafted Rodgers for Love, or for Favre. They're doing the same thing again. Now, obviously, they're going about it completely the wrong way, right? Because if you feel that Aaron Rodgers has peaked as your quarterback, right, you do something proactive. You cut the cord sooner rather than later. Whereas, like you said, they didn't tell Rodgers anything. He was expecting a wide receiver. I mean, we all know the stat. 2002 was the last time they drafted a wide receiver in the first round, right? They re-signed the running back, which is fine, but they can't do anything about it. Like you said, you can wine and dine your ex all over again, but offering him more money isn't going to be the solution.
So
He made over $200 million.
Yeah, money is not the issue for Aaron Rodgers. He wants to win, and as long as I think their team is worse today than it was at the end of last season. They lost their center, who was the anchor of that offensive line.
Yep.
They lost their backup running back, and I just don't think they're going to be any better. They haven't done anything about the secondary receiving.
no,
And there's nothing they can do at this point.
they waited too long already. Yeah.
If they really wanted to care and show love to Aaron Rodgers, they would have traded him to San Francisco. He goes to San Francisco, and they are automatic Super Bowl contenders. Automatic. Hands down.
One thing, boys, can you guys try to talk into your mics a little louder? They're saying it's a little quiet for you, but so sorry about that. But yeah, it is. I think, can we all agree that we think Aaron Rodgers is out the door?
I'm not so certain because like Drew said, who's going to trade for him?
I think a lot of people are in the running for that. Denver.
What can Denver offer that they
Denver
would
can't offer anything close to what San Francisco offered. So if they didn't take that, what are they going to take?
Well, I think they believed at that time that they could have kept him. But I think it's gone. So that was before they offered their extension with all the guaranteed money. And So I think the relationships just keep like progressing further and further apart. So I think they're going to have to at this point, right? If you're Miami or if you're Denver, Denver who has cap space, why would you not try to go and make a play?
I just don't know what they offer.
They
I don't see.
all the picks, anything.
Yeah, but that's not gonna get them anywhere.
Why not?
Miami, if you trade Tua,
And picks. It's going to be basically 3 first-round picks altogether.
that's the minimum. But then
Minimum.
even Tua, you have Jordan Love. So what do you do?
Yeah, it's not necessarily. See, like even someone like the Giants. The Giants have multiple first-round picks in the next 2 years, and they have next year. They also have multiple second and multiple third. So they could trade 4 picks right there, and see if basically it's going to come to like whatever Green Bay thinks they're going to get the best out of it, right? But
Which I don't think is gonna top that San Francisco deal.
for sure not. But that deal is off the table pretty much now, right?
Is it?
Well, like because they would have used that pick instead of picking Trey Lance, they would have picked Kyle Pitts. They wanted Kyle Pitts.
Did they? How do you know?
Well, they don't need a quarterback, is what they're saying. So
I mean, yeah.
that's the point right now, right? They don't want a quarterback.
I think they're screwed.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Anything good. Like I said, post June 1 designation, they'll still eat 16 plus million
Yeah.
in dead cap money, and they can spread the rest down the road. But the interesting thing about Green Bay, though, that we didn't talk about is who owns the team. Right? There's not one person who owns the team. Right? So there's going to be, it's hard to make that kind of franchise-altering decision when you have almost a collective running things.
Well, what's the other option? He's gonna sit out and
Well, if he sits out, he doesn't earn any.
no. If he retires, he could still suit up. Say I'm gonna.
Retires, Green Bay is going to go for his $30 million that they paid him.
Yeah,
Every single ping back.
and they get everything back, the bonus back. So he's not gonna retire. So he'll show up. He'll pull a James Harden. He's gonna show up to camp out of shape, not care. And do you want that as your quarterback? No, right? He's gonna force his way out for sure. As my thing.
You know, if that were to happen, I'd just sit him. Because you're not going to get anything for him. Look I'm surprised the Nets gave up that much to get Harden. Really. Because they could have waited until now, picked him up on the cheap, and it would have been fine.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Right?
How often has Harden played for them?
Well, he played quite a few games, right? He was 21-7 as a net. He was in the MVP running before he got hurt.
If there's
So.
no Harden and Durant's hurt, does Kyrie be all crazy?
Okay, it's basketball. It's basketball. We'll get to that. Okay. So anyways, I think Rodgers gone. You guys have some different opinions. That's okay. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Before we get to anything else, let's talk about who we think will make or miss the playoffs this year. Will they or won't they make the playoffs? Patriots. Who?
Yes.
Co-
They don't make the playoffs.
Drew? I am at a definite yes. And I'm going to say this. The Patriots not only will make the playoffs, they will also win their division. Oh, yes, I did say that. They are going to win their division.
It's not sweeps weekend yet, eh? You don't have to try and make points here.
I am making that point.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
There it is.
the Cowboys, will they, won't they?
Definite yes for me.
I'm going no. I'm going no.
No?
Yep, I'm picking no.
Washington football team.
Yes.
I read that totally different. Not W. I read that as, WFT, Washington Football Team. I'm saying no.
Biased.
Who's next? Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris. I'm saying absolutely yes. I'm in on the Steelers this year.
Big Ben's gonna stay healthy. I'm saying no.
I'm saying yes. Their defense is too good.
Yes, I agree. And they kind of revamped that O-line. All right. The San Francisco 49ers, 5-time Super Bowl champs.
This is an easy one. Absolutely yes.
I don't think so. That division is so tough.
I'm with you, Drew.
Obviously,
With how good Arizona's getting and Seattle's always going to be there.
Seattle's good. I know, but I'm still saying yes.
No, they're not making it.
I'm with you, Drew. San Fran they're in rebuild mode with the youngin quarterback. I think they got to get rid of Garoppolo. Garoppolo's not even going to play. All right, who's next? The Miami Dolphins.
Absolutely yes.
They're winning the AFC East there. Come on.
They're not winning their division, but
Calling it. I'm calling it.
They're the first wild card.
I am in on them. I'm in on the Dolphins. Yes. New Orleans.
So, hey. Before we go anywhere else,
Yes.
you just said the Patriots are going to win the division and the Dolphins are making the playoffs.
And the Bills.
And the Bills. Okay.
All three. Don't worry.
I just want to make sure you have the Bills.
Oh, yeah. I got the Bills in the playoffs for sure. All three.
But not least, the true breeless Saints.
Not making it.
Not making it.
They might be bottom in that division.
Actually, yeah, that's a fair call. That's gonna be tough.
Eldon Bushalonga is saying, why not Pittsburgh or New Orleans? What are you talking in terms of making it? Well, I said Pittsburgh is making it, and New Orleans doesn't have Drew Brees, so that's why. You guys agree with that?
No, Steelers aren't gonna make it because Big Ben won't play the whole year. He can't stay healthy.
They
He's done.
revamp that O-line. Come on, with some young guys. Mike Tomlin will get those boys ready, and they can finally, hopefully, run the ball. You know, when Mike Tomlin became coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, the first thing he says is Pittsburgh Steelers football. Run the ball, stop the run. And now, and it was nasty. And that was a good depiction of Steelers football. Okay, I'm going to pull an audible here. We're going to go back to commercial number 1. So here it is. A word from our sponsors. Our new sponsors. We have 3 new sponsors here at the Sports Reverends. We're excited to partner with them. And we're excited to partner with them. Hold on here, guys. We're excited to partner with them. Our first one that I want to talk about today is Live Sweat Equity. Live Sweat Equity is all about living the growth. Their company does not only sell products for you to enjoy, but they also offer you the opportunity to live the growth. They're a Canadian-based brand that is one of the first companies to combine sales with cooperative efforts in the company. Sweat Equity is not just a typical company that sells products. They offer the ability to achieve your own sweat equity. It costs nothing to be a part of their company, but as our revenue grows, so does yours. Grow with Live Sweat Equity and become part of our family with the Live Sweat Equity Elite Brand Partnership or Live Sweat Equity Brand Ambassador Programs. If you give them a follow on Instagram right now, you can even win some free merch. And guess what? Because you're tuning in, because you listen to the Sports Reverends, you get an exclusive discount to the entire LiveSweatEquity.com store. And that discount code is Sports Reverends. That's capital S, P-O-R-T-S, capital R, EVERENDS. If you missed any of that, it's okay. You can check out our website, thesportsreverends.com, and you can see the sponsors page that has it all laid out for you, or you can check the link in our Instagram and Facebook bio. So that is that. Thanks for our new partnership, Live Sweat Equity. Okay, so we still got a little bit of a sound issue with Drew and Coach. You guys are faint, but I can still hear you, is all I'm saying. You guys want to just speak for a sec?
Stop trying to make yourself look good.
What you mean?
and putting us down.
I'm not purposefully making you guys quiet, just so you know.
Like, it sounds the same on mine, so I don't know.
Like the same in what meaning?
Like, we all sound like we're the same level on my computer.
Oh, on your computer, yeah. And Coach, you guys are faint, but I can still hear you. Is all I'm saying. You guys want to just speak for a sec? All right, here we go. Let's just see. We're a little bit of a delay. What you mean?
How does that sound? If we do that, I upped the.
I have the input volume on my mic.
Yeah.
You guys want to just speak for a sec? All right, here we go. Yeah, you guys are pretty faint still. Here, maybe you'll do this.
Could I do the backup singers background, just bother them when we need them.
All right, here we go. Yeah, you guys are pretty faint still.
The background singers.
Here. Yeah, keep talking, boys. Alan Bushalong, we're gonna get to it, my friend. You're never spanning. What's up, Stephen Bonk? What's up, Live Sweat Equity? Live Sweat Equity got Rodgers going to Denver. Keep talking, Drew and Joel. We're gonna get to it, my friend. You're never spanning. What's up, Stephen Bonk? We got the boys. We got the boys. All right, come on now. Properties. All right. We're still working on Drew and Joel's mics here. And I got a little situation. If you guys can keep talking.
I don't know what else I can do. I've upped the input volume, so that's about all I can do.
Yeah, keep talking, Joel and Drew.
Why don't we just start talking with the Jays, Drew?
Okay.
While he's messing around with that.
I can hear you guys. I can hear you guys a little bit.
Well, we'll keep going with Drew.
All right, start talking Jays, boys.
Here's my question. Here's my question for you, Drew.
Yeah.
Was signing Springer a mistake?
I wasn't happy with the signing to begin with, just because 31-year-old guy who's part of a big part of his game is based on his legs. 31-year-olds tend to slow down a little bit. Then he comes back, hits 2 bombs in his first game back. Then he's really good. But with how good, I was upset with the signing because I didn't think the Jays could contend this year or next year. But with how well the young guys are playing now, I actually do like the signing as a veteran, not superstar, but definitely like a 1A sort of player. Great postseason player, whatever you want to say about Houston. But this guy, I believe he has the record for most leadoff home runs ever. He's a great home run hitter, great defensive player. I like the signing now more than I did at the beginning of the year. He just needs to get healthy, and I think he will. He's been a pretty durable player over most of his career. But I just love the way that lineup's looking right now. I wish Biggio could hit a little bit. Gurriel's starting to turn around a little bit. But Vladdy and Bichette look like superstars. And Ryu's still pitching like an ace. I think we are one starter away. One like number 2, a solid number 2 pitcher away, because Steven Matz is pitching like a solid number 3. And if we can move everyone down in that rotation, we look a lot better.
And it's surprising at how well they're doing. And because of how well they're doing, it gives them time to rest Springer. It gives them time to be like, let's just sit him down for a little bit. Let's just relax. Let's just make sure he's 100% healthy. Dan gives a thumbs up, so it must be sound is good. And like you said, it is like the time to go be aggressive and get somebody on the trade market.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a lot of unhappy pitchers out there, I think. I can think of the DeGrom guy from the Mets.
Yeah.
Syndergaard maybe, even. Those are the 2 two that come to my mind because the Mets were supposed to be really good this year.
Yeah, they went out and traded for Lindor.
Yep.
That hasn't really panned out. Yeah, there's going to be pictures to be had. It's just about the price. They've got prospects to trade, and in baseball, it's so frustrating. Like, prospects are held in such high regard, but the percentage of prospects that actually pan out is very low in baseball. So I wouldn't mind seeing them go out and trade for a number one pitcher, even a number two pitcher. I know that like a guy like Michael Fulmer from the Detroit Tigers would be available. He wouldn't be that expensive. Like, looking at these bottom feeder teams that might have one or two good pitchers would be awesome. I love the idea of DeGrom. If we could swing that, I think, because DeGrom would fit in ahead of Ryu even. DeGrom's. Have you seen his ERA? It's like 0.6, and
He has no run support.
Zero run support. I wouldn't mind looking at some of these teams like the Phillies or teams like that for pitching. Even like the Diamondbacks. Like, if we could look at Mad Bum, that'd be good. Yeah. So there's options to be had always around trade deadline. I hope they swing it on a deal. And the frustrating thing is we signed Kirby Yates to be our closer, and he's down for the whole year. So I wouldn't want to spend too much going after relief pitching, but you need it going into the playoffs.
Absolutely. Like, it's going to be interesting to see what they do, because I mean, you Darvish might be up for trade depending on how they do. You know, I wouldn't mind him.
I doubt it. The Padres are looking real good.
I'm just not sold on the Padres. That might just be a Joel thing, but
I think the Padres have a bit of a, like, you just hear about the Padres and it's like, oh, they stink, right? Like, it's sort of like, I can't even think of
basketball.
Yeah, like, if you heard the Sacramento is good, it'd be like, yeah, really, Chris Webber? I don't know. Like, that's sort of what you think of. But, yeah, I still think of Adrian Gonzalez when I hear the San Diego Padres. Like, but that's 10, 15 years ago now. They're building something good there. For like, Tatis is the real deal.
Nasty.
Machado.
Yeah.
That pitching 1 to 5, like their fifth starter could probably compete as a number one starter, or a number two starter on the Jays for sure.
The one thing about baseball that is kind of envious right now is that people can go watch the games.
Yeah.
Which is just wild. Like, to think that I was just, flipping through the channels on TV, and I'm like, oh, there's people in the stadium. What a luxury. And that's such a weird thing to think in 2021. But, yeah, I think the Jays have a real good chance of making some noise. It'll be interesting to see how hard the fan base pushes on making a big splash at the trade deadline. Because the Jays were one of the teams that spent the most money in free agency, right? Because, I mean, they had it technically, I guess, but do you go in on in the free agency? At the trade deadline as well. Like, back to back would be real interesting, depending what they can grab.
Yeah.
Any thoughts there, Dan?
Well, I kind of missed a lot of the conversation. On the Jays, all I know is that I've been trash talking Danny Jansen, and it was a few days ago, and then he went on just this tear of hitting a home run each game, 3 in a row, and so I'm happy to have him back. I'm excited where the Jays are going, and I'm excited. I'm a little actually scared now that the Yankees are turning it around too. They look pretty scary. Some clutch wins the last couple days for them. So it's gonna be a tough race to October, and
But the extra wild card spot just opens up so many things.
big time. I really think they have a shot. It's fun to have the fans, even though we're on lockdown here in Toronto, you can still see everyone walking around. All you can do is go for walks right now. So you see everyone in their Jays gear walking around, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see that. I'll just say that.
But it's pretty cool to see right now, if you're looking at the division races, like how many upside down divisions there are. Like the White Sox leading that division looks odd, and the Giants leading the NL West with the Dodgers in third. Like it's pretty crazy how baseball works, and all you need is to get hot at the right time.
That's right.
If you've watched Moneyball, right? Like
Yeah, absolutely.
20 wins in a row can get you shot up pretty quick.
It's such a streaky game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want to talk some hockey?
You mean the Connor McDavid show?
The Connor. Well, how good is this guy?
He's playing on a different level than everyone else. It's ridiculous. I was texting with you guys yesterday about how he's 21 points up on the next guy, and that guy's on his team. And so he's actually 33 points up on the next guy who's not on the Oilers in the whole league, and that is just ridiculous pace. Hit 100 points in just over 50 games.
When Connor McDavid's not on the ice, the Edmonton Oilers are rated as good as the Detroit Red Wings. That's how bad they are when he's not playing. So with that being said, how far can Edmonton go?
How far?
Not far. Past the. Come on, give me something. Wow.
I think they're first round exit.
Woo!
Wow.
Is that?
It's definitely matchup dependent.
Yeah.
But
If they play the Jets first round, they're sweeping the Jets.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
The
I don't think
Jets
so.
cannot beat Edmonton for their life. I think they're 0-6 or something like that.
Regular season.
I think
season.
Connor Hellebuck turns it around because I think he's the real deal in that.
Yeah, he is.
Sure.
And the Jets have to stop switching their lines around. Like, I don't know what he's doing. Like, he never has Luc Dubois playing on the same line 2 games in a row. Like, you gotta give these guys some consistency to work through some stuff. I like that he finally put Wheeler, Scheifele, and Connor back together. Let them work through it. That was one of the best lines in the league last year. So,
Yeah, a little bit off topic, but if the Jets lay him out in the first round, is Paul Maurice gone?
I think he has to be. Just with the way I don't know what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
He seems to be in love with Jordy Ben too, and he stinks.
Jordy Ben is not good. Shout out to Colin Beauchamp, former Dallas Star.
He is a slow. Yeah, it's.
I don't know. It's tough. Here's another weird question for you guys. Okay? Is this the Connor McDavid that everyone expected? Is he living up to his potential, or is he exceeding it? Like, there's all these guys that come in, the next this, next that, great. But all of a sudden, it's like, do you live up to potential? What do you guys think?
For me, I did not expect him to be this good. I thought it was a lot of hype going on this guy. Kind of like, I guess Sidney Crosby's pretty great too, but I thought he'd be a less Sidney Crosby, to be honest. But he's already succeeding, like, just going insane right now. So he's unreal.
He's exceeding all expectations. Like, there was talks on draft day that Jack Eichel could go before Connor McDavid.
That's right.
And Jack Eichel actually came out publicly and said that teams are going to regret not taking him first overall. And do people even know who Jack Eichel is outside of Buffalo? I don't even know inside Buffalo. Yeah, you ask the average Bills fan who Jack Eichel is. I don't even know who they think.
Buffalo's more excited to get the Jays back from Tampa than about Jack Eichel.
Yeah,
terrible.
Taylor Hall wanted out of there so badly. And he is killing it in Boston right now. So he's landed.
Money and he ran.
Yeah.
He ran.
Yeah.
Well, Joel, I got a little surprise for you today. I got one for Drew later. But I got a little bit of trivia for you guys, okay? I got a little bit of trivia, and I find Joel's a little bit more funny because it's less history, it's more hockey lingo, okay? Less history and more hockey lingo. Don't worry, it's
That's right for sure.
and I just wanted to point this out. Charles Barkley. Okay, TNT is now getting NHL games, and Charles Barkley is actually pretty decent with his hockey lingo. I was impressed. So I'm just saying. All right. So can one of you guys maybe get? I don't want to screw up any sound or anything like that, so I don't want to add in a countdown. Can one of you guys get like a 60-second timer going on your phone and give me a cue? I got a little bit of I got Joel's intro music here, okay? You're going to count me in. And Joel, I'm either going to give you the word and you're supposed to define it, or I'm going to give you the definition and you're supposed to give me the word, okay?
I'm ready.
All right, and Drew, every time Joel answers, you can say yes or no, or you can give the correct answer, and we can kind of tally it up as we go, okay?
So you think I'm going to know all these answers?
I also have all the correct answers in front of me. So,
Okay.
yeah, okay. Count.
3, 2, 1, go.
What does bar down mean?
Oh, he hit the top of the crossbar and goes down.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right. What is a bottle rocket?
When you score and you hit the water ball that the goalie has on top of the net.
What? Drew?
I don't know. Is that it?
That is absolutely correct.
Okay.
All right. What is a celly?
Celebration. That's easy.
What's another word for teeth?
Chiclets.
Excellent. What's another word for a slap shot?
Oh.
You can say pass.
Yeah, we'll pass on this one.
A clapper. What is
Okay. Go on.
what is another word for a deke?
I don't know. Pass.
What is yes.
Yes.
All right, last question is the timer's off. What is something you call your hockey stick?
Something you call your hockey stick? Oh.
There's
Give me a hint.
there's two
Like a tree.
My wood.
What snaps off a tree?
we'll talk a twig. Some people also say lumber, but twig was what I had in mind as well. Okay.
4 for 7, right? 4 for 7?
We'll give you 4 points. That's it. All right? 4 points. Drew will get you going in a little bit. But maybe,
Knocked you there a little bit, huh?
yeah, you did pretty good.
Started off with 4.
I think I panicked more, actually, because I have so many questions, and I only got through, like, the first, we could have, oh, man, I had some good ones later on. We'll have to do it again another day. Drew, why don't you take us to another word from one of our special sponsors.
I think we can agree that Joel and hockey isn't a good fit. But you know what is a good fit? One bone shirts. Okay?
Yes.
One bone shirts. I'm not even gonna read the commercial right now. I'm wearing one of these shirts right now. Life changing. Dan's wearing one right now too. I think we can both agree. Just the most comfortable shirts ever. If you're a bigger guy, like us, even if you're a small guy, their slogan is big, tall, and all. These shirts will change your life. I'm wearing the long sleeve Michael right now. You need to go there, check them out. Their website is onebonebrand.com. And right now, for our listeners, they have a special discount for you all. Make sure you go to the checkout counter and do Sports Revs 15. Sports Revs 15 to get 15% off your first order. And just to warn you right now, the price might look a little high, but it is absolutely worth it. I think Dan will agree. Absolutely worth it. I've got 5 of them now. I can wear one almost every day of the week. I'm going to work up to getting my whole closet replaced with one bone shirts.
Absolutely. Love it. I love it. When Drew was talking about
So if you're listening, you know what to get him for birthday.
Father's Day,
Birthday next Monday.
there we go.
Here we go.
There we go. And Drew literally described them as life-changing shirts. And I was like, okay, come on, settle down. But he's absolutely right. All right, he's absolutely right. I got the scoop.
Like 4 days in a row.
That's right. That's right. I got the scoop style, so that totally fits the cool pastor look. So there you go. Yeah, there you go. Right, the shirts are long enough. Finally, all right. I love it. And Shaq wears them too. All right, he's a sponsor. He's part of our team then, right? Does that work like that?
Yeah, he's basically on our podcast.
That's right. That's right. We need Joel. You can fill in the role as Chuck then and start arguing with him.
Did you like that transition though? Was that good?
That was next level. That was great.
I mean, I don't like being thrown under the bus, but I mean, you're not wrong.
All right, don't worry. We'll get Drew with his NBA knowledge. I'll give him a hint. It's about NBA history, so we'll see how far he goes. Coach, why don't you lead us in the next topic? Let's have some fun here.
We're finally on my favorite stuff to talk about here.
That's right.
The beautiful game. We're gonna talk a little bit of hoops, action here. Biggest question that I can think of right now, come playoff time, is how far can Denver go without Murray? It's the Jokic show, I get it, but how far can they go without Jamal Murray? Dan, why don't you start us off with this one?
Jamal Murray, man, the man from Kitchener, Ontario, representing. It's just broke my heart to see him go down because this was Denver's year. I'm telling you, with the addition of no.
Aaron Gordon.
But Michael Porter is the one who's stepped up out of like next level, right? But Aaron Gordon was gonna help on the wing there. Denver was looking good. Now that they do not have Jamal Murray, they have the future MVP candidate. Shout out to Drew for. I think you would probably put him in that conversation. At least he's gonna win MVP. But they are, depending on the matchup, they might get out of the first round. But that's it. That's it. They're done this year.
Again, it is very matchup dependent. But like if they play Utah in the second round, they could take Utah. I think they could take
No.
Jokic versus,
Look.
Gobert can't cover Jokic.
Took 7 games with Jamal Murray going as good as Michael Jordan. Okay, he looked like Michael Jordan.
There's something different about Jokic this year since Jamal went down.
There's also something different about Utah this year.
We'll come to that later.
Okay.
But again, it is very match dependent. Like if Denver ends up playing one of the LA teams, I don't know. That's a little harder. But even Phoenix, like, can you see Ayton guarding Jokic?
No.
There's no way. It's man versus child at that point. So even Dallas would have a tough time.
No.
Yeah.
Guarding Jokic, everyone's gonna have a tough time. But
I think okay, just hear me out.
that's not my issue.
On Dallas, you have Luka. That's it.
No.
That's it.
No. Keep going.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna interrupt you. Keep going.
That's it. Done. All you have is Dallas. And
You have
this is
Kristaps Porzingis. You have
He's gonna be hurt.
no. We're not talking about if, ands, or
I
probablys.
didn't say if. I said he's going to be. As in, that's fact.
No.
As in, they call him a unicorn because he's non-existent. Right? Like, I love that pairing. I love Luka and I love Porzingis. The dude is just made of brittle. Right? And that sucks. many knee surgeries has this guy had? 3 already? Right? He just looks like he's just flopping around the wind and then boom. A little harsh breeze, done. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong. And Denver is not making it out of the first round. All right?
Okay. How would we ask the actual Denver fan? The one who called it from day one. And we all called him crazy.
Well, I still think they make it out of the first round. I think they could even make it out of the second round. Yeah, just based on Jokic is a beast, and Michael Porter Jr. It was not playing last year. Like he has stepped up his game. He's averaging 19 and 7. Aaron Gordon is got to come around at some point. I hope they start playing him more than 20 minutes a game at some point. I think they can mix and match that backcourt a little bit. Like, I like some of those guys on it. Like Monte Morris is okay.
They don't have a point guard, right? Jokic has got to bring up the ball. He's got to get 15 assists. He's got to get 15 assists now.
Even when Jamal Murray's in there, Jokic is their point guard.
Yeah, it's true.
So it doesn't really, it does affect them. I'm not going to say that losing Murray doesn't hurt them, but when you have a guy like Jokic, it doesn't hurt you as much.
Yeah, I'm with you. What's next?
Okay, this is where we get to the Sun Jazz talk here. Okay? Of those two teams, who has a legitimate chance of winning the West?
Boo, neither. Come on, this is easy.
Wow!
I'd take the field over those two.
Easily.
Yikes.
I take the eighth.
Tell me why.
I don't trust any of them.
Cr-
Chris Paul sucks. And
Donovan Mitchell hasn't played a game in the last month. We'll see how he comes back. And right now, I don't know. Like
neither team has a single guy that I trust in the playoffs.
no. What is Utah going to do once the game slows down?
They have a nice half-court offense they can run. Out of those two teams,
I'd take the Jazz for sure.
the Jazz have a better chance of winning because they've been there before. This is Devin Booker's first playoffs.
Yeah.
It's Aiton's first playoffs.
Yeah.
Chris Paul has anointed himself the point god.
Boo.
He's never won anything,
He's a bum.
right? He hasn't won anything.
Never made it to the third round.
Yeah,
Chris Paul's hamstring.
that's the real MVP right there. That's the real MVP. So out of those two, I think the Jazz have a better idea because they can play slow. They can play good defense. They just whip the ball around. The Jazz or the Suns, they're relying on Devin Booker to just shoot them to victory. Right? That's kind of
It's not going to happen, yeah.
what Luka tried to do last year in the bubble when Porzingis went down.
Yeah. And he almost did.
They almost, yeah. See, keyword is almost.
Yeah.
It'll get them close, but it's not gonna finish. And then you gotta think, I'm paying Chris Paul, I don't know, $40 million next year. What am I gonna get?
And the reality of it is one of them are going to get the Lakers in the first round, so they're done. Right? The Lakers are 7th.
We'll get
Against the Warriors.
Hold on, we'll get
The other one probably gets the Warriors. Yeah.
So that answers that question. If the playoffs started today, okay, you have Memphis versus San Antonio, the Lakers versus Golden State to get into the playoffs.
Well, kind of. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be 2 of those 4 teams
Yes.
for the play-in. First
Are you going to tell us that the Spurs are making it, or what?
First matchup, Spurs versus Memphis.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
picking the Spurs over Memphis.
That's fine.
Come on.
That's still not the playoffs yet.
Okay, yeah, but Lakers versus Golden State.
That's going to be fun.
That's going to be a fun one.
That's got to be that's good. That's pay-per-view worthy. Honestly, Steph Curry, LeBron James.
How many points are going to be scored in those games?
so many. It's like, oh my goodness.
It's going to be like 270.
I'm more excited about that than like the finals, to be honest. Like, it's going to be crazy. Because
Especially pulling up from half.
one game, Steph Curry, he can get them into the 7th spot. I think he could.
You know, it's not out of the realm of possibility, right? Because you get one game, he wins. He's facing Phoenix. Can you imagine that round? Phoenix would lose in 6th. Steph Curry would go off. Now, based on my prediction, I'm thinking Golden State over LA. So they go to the 7th seed. LA versus San Antonio.
Sweep.
That's Lakers all the way. I'm not gonna even.
It's going to be sweep. Sweep them.
Okay. But then Utah versus LA. That's an interesting one.
It's a sweep.
You think?
Maybe a 1-game win.
I don't know, because LeBron is like.
So LeBron's coming back on Sunday, I think, or Tuesday. There you go.
He's not gonna be healthy. AD's not gonna be healthy.
Okay, so speaking of 80, you know, I've been questioning him all year. I'm like, is he a top 5 player still? He kind of restored my faith in him yesterday as he just dominated the Phoenix Suns.
All it takes is one game, eh?
Well, you know, like he was flirting with being like good still, but it was a health reason. But what it reminded me once he looked healthy yesterday, and he reminded me that he's still the best big man in the game
When healthy.
when healthy.
Embiid or Anthony Davis?
I'm taking Anthony Davis.
If Embiid is forced to play in the post? They
That's.
said no threes, Joel. No threes. You're not allowed.
I think that takes it right now. That takes away from him because he's hitting the trays. This is,
No, look. We'll save that topic for another day.
Okay.
I could talk about it for a long time.
yeah, and Jokic is obviously in there too. This is actually a golden age of big men, and we're not acknowledging it.
Confused as to why no one was saying Jokic's name.
Jokic is in there. He just can't play defense. He also can't.
Respect on his name.
He also can't catch a lob. He can't catch a lob and dunk it.
That's okay. Who cares? He can still play. He's got verticality down to a T.
He cannot play defense. Stop it.
Play defense.
Not well.
Oh, Daniel.
Come on. Compared to Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid. Come on.
Prove it.
Look at the PER. Look at the defensive possessions. Joel Embiid and both of them. Anthony Davis had as good as of a rating as Shaq in his prime during his championships. Both sides of the floor.
When?
Last year during the championship run for the Lakers. Fact.
That's not saying that Jokic can't play defense.
Have you ever watched basketball? Do you need your basketball card removed because you're saying Jokic can play defense? The guy can't even jump.
That doesn't even matter.
Yes, it does.
It's all about positionality.
It's-
you never learn.
It's
how to play
about
defense.
rim protecting.
No, it's all about your position.
Footwork.
And put him out in the perimeter. He's toast. Texas.
So is Embiid.
I'm saying Anthony Davis.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay. Keep going.
Okay. On the other side of the picture here, number 9, Indiana. Number 10, Washington. Who wins? Oh.
One game. I don't know. I'm gonna
don't
give
know.
the way Westbrook and Beal are right now.
I just see Westbrook just going
You know,
off.
if Indiana had what's his name? TJ Warren.
Levert's going off now too.
I know if they had TJ Warren along with Levert and Sabonis, I would say
Brogdon.
maybe. And yeah, Brogdon. I would say maybe, but right now they're missing something, you know?
What?
They're missing TJ Warren. They need another.
No.
Look,
Please.
It's going to be close. I'm not saying it's an outright blowout.
I think Russ in a one game, one off situation, Russ is gonna have like a 20-20 and 20, and it's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It'll be fun. It's going to be fun regardless, right?
Drew, we'll just say
I won't be surprised if Indiana doesn't win. If Indiana wins, I'll say that.
okay. For the sake of our argument, I'll give you Indiana. We'll just say that. Boston, Charlotte.
Like both, yeah, like Boston now without Jaylen Brown. Charlotte has injuries too, though. I don't know. I'm gonna go Boston because of coach.
I feel coach outsmarts everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay, so Boston goes to play Brooklyn. Charlotte versus Indiana. I'm picking Indy.
Yeah. I think Charlotte gets bounced.
Yeah.
Whoever, Washington or Indy.
But then Indy's gonna play Philly, and that actually may not be as bad.
It's a good matchup.
That's a good matchup. That's a terrible thing for Philly, being the number 1 seed.
Philly.
But hey,
Indiana has solid defensive players.
Yeah.
1 through 5.
yeah,
They just had a weird year.
Brogdon might be one of the best perimeter defenders at guard, I think.
He's underrated for sure.
yeah,
And then Miles Turner's a blocking machine.
yeah. Sabonis,
Is all
He's a
around good.
smart player.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sabonis
But
is
it's
all
good
around.
too.
Yeah. Levert's looking like,
Mick Bucket's out there making the threes.
yeah, he's all right. He's all right.
And TJ McConnell, have you guys watched him play?
Yeah.
He's good.
Honestly, he's good.
Come
He
on.
passes the eye test. Come on, he passes the eye test.
He's better than what he looks for sure. If that's what you mean.
Yeah, he's a solid backup to point guard. Like, he comes off as their sixth man right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sold on him. I like him, but I'm not sold on him.
Do you know what I am sold on?
Revenge game there.
Oof. True.
I'll tell you what I am sold on though. God the Father apparel.
Let's go.
There it is, Joel.
God the Father seeks to provide high quality streetwear. The God the Father goal is more than just awesome clothing. It's an opportunity to spark a conversation. Kind of like what we're doing here today. God the Father apparel was created as a way for people to share their experiences with faith. For many, it can be a difficult thing to do. God the Father gives an opportunity to share about your own experience in an efficient, yet subtle kind of way. God the Father takes pride in their premium quality clothing, and by following the sports reverends and listening in today, you get another exclusive discount code. Use SportsRev15, Sport S Rev 15 at checkout. Just letting everybody here know today. Sports Reverends helping move the Canadian economy, offering discounts left, right, and center. So check them out, God the Father apparel, godthefather.ca, or click the link in our website. We'll link you to them. SportsRev 15, check them out. They have great stuff. Ordered some stuff for Pops. I'm sure he's gonna love it. That's what we got.
Coach, put up a 60-second timer. Drew, I'm gonna spare you the NBA history.
Why?
Because I wanted to see. I have so many good other hockey lingo, and I want to see how.
I'm gonna know those.
You think so?
Do the history.
Okay, hold on here.
Yeah, that's not.
It's not fair to be me and Joel a hockey quiz.
I'll be honest with you. I just had it closed on my browser or on my computer.
Doesn't mean that we can't do it.
Isn't slothfulness a sin?
I don't know. Is it? Let me find it here, boys.
Wow, we gotta wrap this up.
I know, that's why I was trying to hurry here, and then you guys are making me do this. All right, here we go.
What did Joel get? 4?
Joel got 4.
All right. Make sure you ask the questions really fast so I can type them in on my phone.
He's gonna ask Siri and get it wrong.
That's true. That's very true.
Siri's the worst.
Hold on.
He's gonna ask me random questions of who won this championship and what year.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
No, I have a good one here. Don't worry. You guys are so like, wow. Okay, ready?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
NBA brothers Pau and Marcasol hail from which foreign country? Correct. Who was the MVP of the 2010-2011 NBA regular season?
I don't give any options.
No.
I don't know.
Pass it.
The answer was Derrick Rose. Which NBA personality actually owns the term three-peat, referring to a team winning 3 consecutive championships? Joel, you can answer if he gets it wrong.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Pat Riley. Pat Riley.
Oh, I
Yeah, let's go.
In what year was the first Air Jordan sneaker released?
84.
Correct. Which 1990s NBA player went on to become mayor of a California city?
I don't know.
Kevin Johnson. Throughout the first 70 years of NBA history, who is the shortest person to have played in the league? Yes.
One more question.
The first NBA Most Valuable Player award is awarded to which player for his play in the 1955-56 season?
George Mikan.
No.
Chamberlain. I don't know.
Bob Pettit.
Oh.
Bob Pettit.
2?
3, I think. You got 3.
3.
Those were way harder than
Some were
these
hard.
questions.
They were very much harder. Yes, they were. I
Those
agree.
answers were in the questions.
What do they call the stick?
He even gave you a hint for that one.
I know.
All right. Let's wrap this up. Everyone, thanks for tuning in today. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. Make sure you guys check out our website for everything Sports Reverends. It's all updated there. Check out our sponsor page there as well to see all the discounts. Make sure you like and subscribe for us on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter, social media, YouTube. And that's a wrap. We'll be back next week, right, boys?
Big shout out to our sponsors this pod.
Let's
shout out.
go.
Thank you all
Let's
very
go.
much.
We'll be back. We'll be better next week. Peace out, world.